Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Youthman. Today's going to be a fun day because we're going to be installing 4 Dolby Atmos in-ceiling speakers. Now before we get into the video, if you're into home theater, audio and video, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified when the next video drops. So as you can see, the theater room right now is kind of in shambles. I've got stuff that's covered so that I don't get sawdust in here. We're going to be cutting up in the ceiling. I'm going to trim the bottom of this drawer on my cabinet because it's dragging a little bit when I pull it out. So I've got a friend of mine that's going to be helping me out with that. So I'm super excited to get into this video. We're going to be cutting some holes, so let's jump right into it. All right guys, so first thing I want to do before I install these is I did want to remove the speaker grills and remove the speakers from the cabinets. So here you can see I've taped these off with some painter's tape, and I've just used flat black spray paint to spray paint the outside trim ring as well as the 4 speaker grills. Now you'll notice that there's 2 different size speaker grills. These 2 over here are on the version 1s that I was given. These 2 over here are on the version 2s. So they're just a little bit larger, and I'll show you later why they're larger. The smaller ones are going to fit inside here. They just kind of slide into these grooves, whereas these larger ones are magnetic and they just fit on the outside. So with the version 2s, I did not have to paint the outside trim ring because they're larger and they're going to fit right on top over that trim ring. What we're going to do is we've taped off our template. We're just taking a razor knife and just scoring around it. Because my ceiling's painted black, it makes it real easy to be able to see where the circle is. Now there's a lot of ways to cut this hole. You can use a roto zip or a skill saw. I can't stop. You can use a roto zip. You can also use a jigsaw. We're choosing to use just a box cutter with sharp blades, and we're just basically scoring it, kind of cutting up at an angle. You can see right here, we're just kind of puncturing it. And the main reason why we're doing that is just to keep the mess down. Now you're going to get a lot of stuff, you're going to get a lot of debris that falls down, drywall dust. So you probably want to cover up a lot of your equipment, especially any electronics. All right guys, so we have cut the 4 holes. We got one here, one all the way over there, one back in that corner, and one right there. The theater room is pretty much trashed. We've got stuff covered. We got ladders everywhere, fan keeps cool, tools on the ground. I mean, literally, this thing is like a danger zone. But pretty soon we'll get this cleaned up and back to normal. Alright guys, so last night we cut the 4 holes right here. So you can see Atmos speaker 1 will go there, the back one, another back one, and right up here we got another one. Back here we kind of mismeasured, so we'll paint that up and putty it up. But we got it lined up as best we could. One thing that we found is that you have to work within your rafters. You've also got other obstacles like the lights up there. So every room has its challenges, but based off of Dolby specs, we believe we got the measurements right. So I'll share those probably in a later video. You can see the theater room's still kind of trashed, but check this out, man. I came home to something pretty exciting. I bought these Klipsch speakers last year on Craigslist and never got them installed. So today I went to work, came home, boom, and they're mounted. All I got to do is climb in the attic in this wonderful hot Florida summer heat. So I'm gonna go up there and sweat my buns off, but we're gonna get some speaker wire run. All right, so I spent about 45 minutes up in the hot, blazing Florida attic, and here we are for the first time in Youthman's theater. Dolby Atmos. So there we have the front Klipsch CDT-5800-C version 2s, and then behind them the original 5800Cs installed. Get a little zoom in there. So you can see they have the tweeter that's aimable, as well as the woofer. And across from that, the other one. All right, now all we have to do is put on the speaker grills. These are magnetic, so they're just going to slide right on there, just like that. Nice, I like that. Super clean, man. That looks sweet. Let's go to the back. And because these are the original versions, they're not magnetic, but they just slip up in this little groove. Which is not as easy as the other ones. So I definitely like the magnetic better. There we go. Just like that. Let's see if I can make this happen here. Not sure I can get them close enough without moving the subwoofers, but we're gonna see. We're gonna make it happen. Oh yeah, this will work perfect. It just goes up in the groove like that. Nice. All right. And we are in business. So now we've got the in-ceiling Atmos speakers installed. With the grills on, they absolutely just disappear into the ceiling, which is really, really great. Allows for a very clean install. But now what are we going to do with all this mess? I mean, we've got stuff on the floor, we've got subwoofers in the back, blankets, ladders. So now I just got to figure out how to clean up all this mess. I don't know. Let's just see if this works. Now that's much better. I always like it when my theater room's nice and clean. Well, now that we've got Dolby Atmos installed in the Youth Man's Theater, it's time to crank up some tunes, crank up some demo discs. I've actually got 3 demo discs that I'll probably be using quite a bit throughout my testing. I'll be using the Dolby Atmos disc. I've also got an Oro 3D Volume 2 disc that I'll be using, as well as a 2017 DTS X demo disc as well. And so I'm excited to be able to test out this immersive audio and hear what it sounds like. We had a brief few moments just the other day after we installed it, calibrated the system using the SPL meter. Now I have not run Odyssey yet. I'm going to try it with and without Odyssey in the Denon 6400 to see how well that sounds. If you watch one of my previous videos, Odyssey didn't do so well on calibrating my system, and I found out that I was missing a lot of bass content because it had reduced my crossovers way too low. It dropped them down to 40 Hertz, and I was missing content from about 50 Hertz to 60 Hertz and wasn't getting that slam factor that I wanted. So guys, appreciate your patience over the past week. I know I haven't uploaded very much, but we have been just working a lot in the theater room. There's a lot of small projects we wanted to do. We got the outdoor speakers installed. We installed the 4 Atmos speakers. We had to do some modifications to the drawer on my theater room cabinet. It was dragging a little bit, so I had to take it apart, trim off the bottom so that it wouldn't drag the carpet when I pull it out. There's a lot of other small things around my house that we were working on, even the air conditioner. So we've spent a lot of time just doing some of that and not being able to film like I wanted to. But I'm going to try to crank out a couple videos maybe today and tomorrow that you can enjoy. And I'll be back to my normal routine next week. So guys, I'd love to get some feedback from you. Those of you that own Dolby Atmos systems and have maybe Oro 3D, what demo disc or what movies do you like that sound really, really great for immersive audio? I'd love for you to leave your recommendations down in the description below. Also, if you got any questions or comments, leave those down in the description below. I try to answer all comments, and I'm really grateful to be able to take you guys along with me during my journey into Dolby Atmos as well as immersive formats. I've got the Denon 6400 that I'll be reviewing over the next couple of weeks. I'll definitely want to see how well will the Denon by itself handle all 11 speakers compared to the Denon Plus, the Halo A52 Plus amplifier. Right now I've got the Halo integrated into the system, and so I'll be able to check that out and see how that sounds, but I also want to see how well will the Denon do by itself. Also, in another couple weeks, Marantz will be sending me their SR8012, so I'm looking forward to seeing how the Denon compares to the Marantz, and I'll probably be choosing one of those two to upgrade to, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they compare as well. I've also got a few other videos that I'll be producing on the SVS Ultras as well as the Center for a final review on how those sound for movies. So I'm going to be really busy over the next several weeks, so stay tuned. If you want to keep up with what all we're doing here in the Youthman channel, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell notification as well. Well guys, as always, you be blessed. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll catch you in the next video.